like that. Hold up. I gotta hold him up. You understand? You gotta hit him off at the pass right quick. So.
Who's your favorite heavyweight now?
My favorite heavyweight right now. This is a sore month, man. You know, Deontay, you see what I'm saying, walked into that fight during this month. You see what I'm saying? Like, and he had the world on his shoulders. And I think the theater was too much. You understand? I think the theater was too much. The way he walked down that hall of all of our ancestors, you see what I'm saying? Like with all of the sojourn. And then when I looked and I saw, because we're gonna talk about him, Fury get carried to the ring. I said, yo, what y'all about to do? I ain't about to watch this. What y'all about to do? I said they didn't carry this cat to the ring to carry him out. It's a wrap. What y'all about to do? So it was just interesting.
Oh, you said that for real before the fight?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was real. Like I'm big on, I wouldn't really say decoding, but looking with deeply into things, and the symbology was there. You understand what I'm saying? Like Bernard Hopkins, he was in that in the press conference talking, a white boy, I'd never let a white boy beat me. You understand what I'm saying? So like, it's just instances like that to where when the theater is too great, you see what I'm saying? What's my man name? Adrian Bronner. They're talking to him at the end of the fight with Pacquiao, and he's like, clearly I won the fight. They like, yo, you understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's moments like that to where they really doing this whole thing. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot more of the intricacies that you get into on this platform of the stuff that we don't get a chance to see on the surface. We just look at a fight and just see a fight, and we don't see, any of the intricacies because of the industry that you're in and what you're privy to and what you know from experience. I think that's pretty good.
Well, we got some Tyson Fury news, and are we gonna listen to it? You want to do phone calls with us too? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm open. I'm whatever.
Okay, good. Let's rock it. Let's see if I can. Is it working? Let's see. Oh, my bad.
Not to touch anything in changing rooms because they might try and drug you. And someone tried to pass me water from all sorts. And unless it was.
Wait, that's not that one. It's this one. Sorry.
So there's been a few, but people take drugs, don't they, in boxing? They all take drugs, I'd say. All of them.
Really?
Yeah. I'd say they're all abusing performance enhancers or weight strippers or whatever they're going to do to take drugs.
Y'all need to see it, man. I think we need to share it so we all can see this. Let's do it like this. We good? We can see it. All right, let's rock it.
So there's been a few, but people take drugs, don't they, in boxing? They all take drugs, I'd say. All of them.
Really?
Yeah. I'd say they're all abusing performance enhancers or weight strippers or whatever they're going to do to take drugs. I think they all take drugs. All athletes.
Define all. Who's
everybody?
Well, obviously you're not talking about yourself, so.
So there's been a few, but
one more time.
People take drugs, don't they, in boxing? They all take drugs, I'd say. All of them.
Really?
Yeah. I'd say they're all abusing performance enhancers or weight strippers or whatever they're going to do to take drugs. I think they all take drugs. All athletes.
Define all. Who's
everybody?
Well, obviously you're not talking about yourself, so.
So does.
How do you respond to that?
Theater, baby. Okay. These things are not equally yoked. They are not equally yoked. You saw at the beginning, he said, I'm not doing no shit that ain't nobody else doing. Everybody's doing the same shit. You see what I'm doing? Everybody's doing. You see what I'm saying? And then he's like, when they wanted to get into specifics, the reporter was trying to give him an out. Obviously, we're not talking about you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, he said clearly we're not talking about you, but that artful use to paint a picture to still make a white dude look like a champion. You see what I'm saying? Indiscriminate to whether he's a champion or not. There's a lot of those things that are going on. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a whole situation with Tom Brady. It's a whole situation, like that go back in football all the way to Joe Namath. You see what I'm saying? Johnny United, so whomever. You see what I'm saying? So back to that theater I was talking about with that second fight, with him being carried to the ring. He was already victorious. You see what I'm saying? He was already victorious. No matter what happened in the fight, he was already victorious. He was going to walk out of there like a champion. You see what I'm saying? And us with that sojourn and struggle, and as connected to the month, Black History Month right here, it was easier and more palatable to take a loss because it's a part of the struggle. And we got Deontay Wilder with a mantra to this day. You understand what I'm saying? That's not leaving any room for ascension. It's leaving room for a devolve, with that kind of psychology. You good with struggling. You see what I'm saying? And they have him, he good for one punch. And his fundamentals ain't all that. Like they start talking all of these things because these become an acceptable way. Now, if he waiting for that one right hand, now if that one right hand connect, good night. How do you say this about a heavyweight champion who was undefeated until that day? You understand? So it comes into a position to where psychology is there, along with the theater, the things that are in the background. You look at what they chose for his highlights, Tyson Fury. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of things left to be desired in regards to his, boxing style and his way in the ring, but also they know how to paint the pictures and control the narrative at the same time. So a lot of that stuff is going on, and they push in front of you who they want to push in front of you. I really wanted to see them old dudes, Tyson and Shannon the Cannon get in the ring. You see what I'm saying? I want to see them tonight. You understand what I'm like? So some people who got the hunger and the experience go at it. You see what I'm saying? Somebody with that grit. I know they got the Fury, not the Fury, the Joshua and the Wilder things. Like they got that looming. That's a situation. But I think that situation would be similar to seeing Pacquiao and
Mayweather.
Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? For what? It's like 10 years too late. That fight was like 13 years too late. You see, It would just be on the strength just to say it happened. It's a big payday.
Right. Right. So, and feel free to call in, guys. So what do you say he was already the winner? Like he wasn't going to be carried out. What do you think happened?
Well, the other stuff that are there, all of the smart people, you went through it, the whole stuff with not seeing his gloves getting taped and all this other stuff. You see what I'm saying? Like, that look in his eye. You see what I'm saying? If he was doping, he was doping. It's clear. You see what I'm saying? Like the antics in the fight with the, licking the blood, like all of that other stuff. You see what I'm saying? Like that was extra. That's not showboating. That's like getting into brass, psychology and nature. You see what I'm saying? That was one thing. But to carry him out like the victor, there would be no way in the world that he would walk out of there defeated. You see what I'm saying? Like I know from military strategy, you know what I mean? Like if you look at that movie, what was it, 300? This cat was walking on the backs of his men down to talk to the guy. You see what I'm saying? Like, so this is the grand all theory right here. You see what I'm saying? So this is the same thing. Old Dirty Bastard said, I don't walk, I get carried. You didn't see what I'm saying? Like they would carry a king or a queen out to a situation, you see what I'm saying? And carry them out, ascended, not carried him out in the space of defeat. So with all of that showmanship, with everything that was there, the difference was Wilder walked to the ring. You see what I'm saying? He walked to the ring. He had this all black everything, and then with the guy with the all black rhyme. You see what I'm saying? All of that on one side versus who's in power, who has the crown, who has the deciding factor. All of these things play something very, 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 heavy on the psychology. So I just looked at those factors immediately, and I was like, all right, it's a wrap. You see what I'm saying? It's an upset. What y'all about to do? I hope y'all ain't bet no money on this shit. You see what I'm saying? So it just was.
Yeah.
It was a blow. Like, think about it. You see what I'm saying? Like, how did you feel watching it? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's where the real fight is. How did you feel psychologically watching this versus watching Nate Robinson's fight? You didn't feel the same way.
No.
You see what I'm saying? You didn't feel the same way. But it was the same thing that happened. If you could, clutch yourself and be upset watching Wilder fight, you could. It's supposed to be the same thing. We're the same people, but it don't look the same. So theater makes this look like something that you can clown and joke and mean, while they're laying black men down in the street, killing them. You can look at that and make a joke out of this. But this was serious. We was tearing the streets up, and people was rioting because they had a knee on the neck of a black man. It's the same thing, but they show you things in a certain kind of view to where you could laugh at one and cry at the other one, and they decide how you feel about it. You understand?
I get that. So you believe sporting events, they can make them predetermined?
Of course.
So you think the outcome was predetermined?
You saw this election, right?
Wilder Fury. Yeah.
You saw this election that just happened.
Yeah.
Wasn't people texting you like, hey, can you help me get Trump out of office?
Yeah. Yeah.
They was texting you like, hey, Fred, hey, can you do me a favor and go to the polls?
Yeah.
When did that happen in your lifetime?
Right.
Before now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's there. It's the same type of sporting event, and it carries a greater resonance in your psyche. Seeing it, it's there.
It's there.
You're a business owner. You're an entrepreneur. You see what I'm saying? You in stock. You're an investor.
Yes.
What did you lose in the whole situation? You see what I'm saying? Like, what did you lose by this fight? The real fight, the one that happened in the polls. You see what I'm saying? Like, what are they coming for now? What's on the horizon? What else are they looking to take? So there's a lot of things that are there that are played out through the theatrics of sport. We just watched the Super Bowl. While we're watching the Super Bowl, millions of children are being kidnapped and trafficked. That is one of the largest events in the world. It's watched all over the world. And these human trafficking, situations are going on while the Super Bowl's going. So there's more to the story than meets the eye. So can things be predetermined? Of course, because they set a course on how they're going to move certain things along in certain agendas, around.
We got our first call. I'll get you next, H Money. 240, what's up? Okay, we go to H Money. What's up, H Money?
Yo, what up, Fred? What's good? What's up, my guy? What's popping off?
Hey, what's you got
going on?
Man, shit, it's Black History Month, man. I want to get your thoughts on the legacy of Muhammad Ali and what did he mean to you growing up as a young black man?
Knowledge. You can ask me anytime.
Oh, okay. I mean, I love Muhammad Ali. I got a chance to meet him in Chicago at an Islamic conference in 2004. And I could say from meeting that man, I know why he was a champion in and outside of the ring. He was bad. He had the shakes and all of that. It was about 400 or 500 of us that wanted an autograph. He set up a little table and a chair. He signed everybody's everything. He took pictures with everybody who won. It's like 3-4 hours you waiting in line. You understand what I'm saying? 3-4 hours you waiting in line, and he took as long as you needed to get you what you needed to get. You see what I'm saying? The spirit that was in the man, that fight was still in him from, into his transition. So getting to witness that up close, that's a part of a transformation that took place from a youngin. A boxer, you can get some skills and become a boxer. They can train you to be lethal, deadly, but they can't teach you how to think. They can teach you how to anticipate, how to react, how to have the right timing, and put yourself in a position to win a fight. But these other things that he learned from the science, these life skills that he learned, to use that same kind of time and have the same kind of discipline, to have the same kind of work ethic and heart extended outside of the boxing ring all over the world. So whether you read that book, the autobiography of Malcolm X, and you heard, those words say that the reason why Malcolm was so recognized in Mecca because they thought he was Muhammad Ali, and take that, or to see him being able to get hostages free, you see what I'm saying, in the Middle East, that kind of, situation, or to talk a man off a ledge, these things had nothing to do with a fight and had everything to do with a man, so that man and his, contributions to the world, was, far greater than what he did in the ring. And, this is a dude who cheated my great grandcousin out of 2 fights. Cheated him out of 2 fights, and I can still say that with a straight face,
Are you talking about Joe Frazier? I don't know about that. Ali, man, Ali was a dog, man. And one thing about it, like you talked about all the great things he did outside the ring, but he fought everybody inside that ring.
I will never take that away from that man. You understand that man? Fred just asked me, could you predict outcomes of sporting events? He did it. You see what I'm saying? In a prophetic fashion. And he went to every length possible. He was a man that Bruce Lee studied. I want to say that real quick. Bruce Lee studied him and a host of other black fighters to cultivate his style that the world knows as Jeet Kune Do. One of the grandmasters I know,
Hello.
Steve.
Mute your phone. I'll get you next.
Yeah, hello. Steve. Yeah, I want to know who this is right now.
Mute your phone, man. We'll answer you in a second. Okay.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, why are you calling my girlfriend in the middle of the night?
Yo, this a troll, bro.
Excuses, boy. You tell me who you are.
No, I don't want to tell you. You got to ask her.
She calling us, bro.
Yeah.
You got to check your
calling all of us.
You got to get your girl in check, bro. She ready to go.
You better tell me the truth right now.
She pregnant. That's the truth.
Don't even know what I'm talking about. I am so angry right now. You are getting me frustrated.
She's pregnant.
How long this been going?
She's pregnant. She's pregnant about all of us.
She pregnant, man. She a thought. We actually ran a train on her. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
you've been knowing what's going on.
So you know what happened? You was sucking my dick when you was kissing that bitch.
You've just been pranked by prankdial.com.
Dang, that's a real troll, man. And we apologize for that, bro. But
no, that was good. I got over 2,100 episodes. You understand what I'm saying? I'm used to everything and anything. Stuff could go left in a heartbeat. You got to be real adaptable out here.
So, what you think about these fighters nowadays? Who are some of your favorite fighters? Give me at least 3 of them.
I say Earl Spence. I like him. I like Broner when he's boxing.
Mm.
I like Broner when he's boxing, but when he ain't, you know. And
Well, Broner's back next Saturday.
Yeah, hey Freddie, we can't hear. I think he went on mute. I can't hear him.
No, I'm here. I was just thinking of
Okay.
the last little young dude, man. I can't even recall his name.
Devin Haney.
There we go.
Oh shit.
I know it. I know it was Devin Haney. What you like about Devin Haney? What you think about him as a fighter, and how good you think he can be one day?
I think if he get the right people around him, he can be great. I think that's a difference maker. I don't think that I don't know too much of the intricacies of what's mentorship type situation that's going on. If he get the right people around him, he definitely got it. He just got to keep it. It's no different than the comedians. All the comedians saw what happened to Richard Pryor. They saw what happened to Eddie Murphy. They saw what happened to Cat Williams, and they had a good joke. They had jokes about all of it until it's them. You see what I'm saying? In this boxing business, it's the same lane. You have to be able to survive in and outside of the ring. The temptations are greater, and the memory is unforgivable. You understand what I'm saying? Unforgivable. Like, at least in the old time, you had to wait to see something or hear something. Like here, it's you hear today and gone today, not even tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? So you could be a one-hit wonder boxer. I didn't even know that was a thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, so, if he has the right people around him and stays in that, takes care of himself, I think he has the potential to be real great. I see it in him. I just don't see it around him.
Okay, absolutely. My last question: what's your thoughts on this Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, this controversy, the scandal with the gloves, the trainer Mark Breland, being accused of spiking Deontay Wilder's water? What's your whole thoughts on this stuff?
Is that new in boxing or is that old?
Oh, that's old. I believe this been going on in boxing: cheating, steroids, tampering with gloves forever.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying in sports. So that's what they said. I just think that they had that Rick James little thing where Dave Chappelle was saying that cocaine is a hell of a drug, money is a hell of a drug, and fear is a greater factor. If you look back as early as Jack Johnson, they had tried to pay him to throw a fight. You see what I'm saying? There's a connection. There's a story that goes out that they even talked about it in that TV show. What was it? Godfather of Harlem or King of Harlem or whatever it was.
Godfather of Harlem.
Right.
I saw that.
That was based off a story that was told in oral tradition that Muhammad Ali said that they wanted him to throw a fight. And the mob said if he didn't throw the fight, they was going to break his knees. And they said that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's response was, tell them they got knees too. You see what I'm saying? So that's a situation to where which it didn't matter what the pressure of organized crime was. There was something that was greater. So when you don't have a situation like that as a counterbalance, these things are open. You see what I'm saying? So these things used to be one and the same, but now they're not. So that goes back again to, with the brother Haney. I don't see the right people around him. I see him, but I see him, trying to make a way and try to figure it out on his own, not with the right guidance and not with those things that made champions great. Tyson was great because of what? Not just natural ability alone. He was a student of a game. And he had one of the greatest to ever do it around him in his corner. You see what I'm saying? And once he lost that, it was like a fall from grace. He had the homies in the corner. That night he lost to what's my
Buster
name?
Douglas.
Buster Douglas, the longest count in history. He had the homies in the corner. You see what I'm saying? He had the homies in the corner. Hey, just hit the motherfucker. Like kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you winning, man. Fuck that motherfucker. Like it's a certain space you have to be in when you have a threat in front of you. And if you don't get that outside purview to keep you focused, this is why you got a coach on the floor. He can see what you can't see because you're in the thick of it, and you can see what he can't see because you're in the thick of it. So y'all's vision had to be aligned on victory. So, it's just something that's there.
Are you talking about Tank Davis, who's with